Hello everybody, good afternoon again. It's Paul with Gavin at Balls2U here, and we are now in the hatchling facility, and Gav is very kindly going to show us his LP05s. We've come up particularly to buy 100 of these ourselves, so no better way to demonstrate and show you how good this product is by actually getting the best of both worlds, showing you the product but also seeing the eye candy inside the product. So we're going to kill two birds with one stone here. So over to you, Gav. Are you going to show us some of your beautiful racks and animals?
Yeah. So this is the for sale rack, as I call it. So this holds everything that normally I hatch. Anything that I keep goes into the whole back rack, but this literally is the LP5 system. The LP5 and the LP18 are fantastic because they are interchangeable. Okay. So if you look on LP's website, they do mixed racks, but I like these because I can change out the three LP5s for two LP18s. So if the animals are getting slightly too big in the LP5s, I can at least swap them into LP18s. Okay. The LP5 is a fantastic tub, especially if you've got the cup holder in, because I find it really works. So with hatchlings, they will tend to knock over the water bowl and what have you. Mm-hmm. The good thing with the LP5 or the LP15, the LP15 is the same, it's just slightly longer, is it's narrow. And what I find when the babies come out of the eggs and they want that security, they like to feel that they're in a little burrow. So with the LP5 and the LP15, it gives the ability to make them feel secure, hence the feeding is better, like 100% better. A lot of people think that you need slightly bigger tub, but with a hatchling fresh out of the egg, these are the way forward. Obviously they can come with or without the water bowl, so if you don't want them with the water bowl built in, they can come flat, they can come clear or grey. LP do their own deli cups to go in them as well, which fit in really nice. The rack itself, as you can see, it isn't very high, but there's about 100 tubs here in total. So when it comes down to space saving, there's not another product, and I can safely say this, there's not another product on the market which works with the space saving capability of the LP stuff. Now there's pros and cons to every rack. No rack out there is perfect at all, but what I find is if you are limited to space, the LP stuff is, for me, it's the way forward. Like I said, there's 100 tubs in this area, and I haven't even filled it. It's also a modular system, so that means we can add as you go. So if you haven't got enough money to buy, say, 20 high, you could go 10 high, and maybe if your wife wants to buy you something for Christmas or birthday, I'll have another level to my rack.
Nice idea.
And you can buy your levels as you go. Yeah. So you can obviously add on to that. The snakes feel really comfortable in there as well. Like this is a black phantom clown. He's quite biggish now, but he fits really well in there. He loves it in there, and like I said, it's all about establishing the snakes, making them feel at home, comfortable. Once we get them established, then obviously we can move them up. What you don't want to do is move them up too quick and then not get a nice growth. So this female's a bit of a dinker project. This is my daughter's snake that she hatched from her clutch. And as you can see, this animal hatched about I want to say 5 weeks ago, so it's 5 feeds in. Wow. And as you can see, it's filling, it wants to feel all sides of the tub.
It's doing really well.
Yeah. So really
good size for 5 weeks, Jared.
Crazy. Real nice snake, but again, great humidity, holds humidity perfect, and does really well. And we use obviously the Viper hatchling bedding in the hatchlings, in the hatchling tubs as well. So the racks themselves, I feel, are great for space saving, perfect for modular, so you can add as you go.
Yes.
And again, like I said, we can change out 3 of these tubs for 2 LP18s, and so as the hatchlings grow, you can exchange the tubs and
like the flexibility. Well. Why don't we show them an LP18? Because on this side, Jared, this is the LP18s, so you can see the interchangeability there.
Yeah, so you can see we've got 2 LP18s where you would have 3 LP 5s. So again, you can just change them out. Yeah, if you go for the LP 15, 19 and 35S, so the 35S is wider, it's more squarer and narrow. You can actually interchange all 3 of those tubs in that rack. So on the website they do have the mixed racks as well, which is a new thing that LP are pushing, which is, again, if you've only got a small amount of space and a small collection, the mixed rack is probably the way forward.
Okay,
definitely.
And are you the UK distributor for the company?
Yeah, so I'm a UK distributor for the LP products. Jesper, who owns LP, it's actually, he does it part-time, you know, he's got a full-time job. So LP is his part-time company, but he's, you know, customer service wise, we do our best. Obviously, you know, we have to import stuff in. There's that many variations. We keep some stock but not a lot. We tend to keep mainly the tubs in stock, but we do have to order stuff in, and obviously because we're out of the EU, you know, Brexit, what people don't realise is, you know, there's still Danish VAT is 25%. Okay. So we can either pay Danish VAT or we can pay UK VAT. Obviously UK VAT's 20%, so straight away if you come through us, you're going to be saving 5% on the VAT, which everyone likes to save on VAT.
Yeah.
The downside of being out the EU, obviously, is we have import charges, customs and excise, handling fees, which are predominantly down to HMRC, DSV, and also the shipping companies, which are basically sending emails, but they're still charging us for the privilege.
Yeah.
So even though the racks on the website don't look badly priced, and they're not, they look very affordable, there's lots of hidden charges which are not advertised on the website because it's not geared up for the import side of things. That's where we come in. Where we save you money is we import on a bulk basis. So instead of the shipping maybe costing you 600 quid, it's going to save, it probably cost you 300 quid. So we save customers on the shipping side of things. Obviously we've still got to pay the VAT as you would, still got to pay the import charges as you would. We just do it all for you. The exchange rate as well, that's another thing that we spoke about, Paul. The exchange rate is very up and down, and you know, when we give a quote, we honour it for 24 hours. Then once you've paid that money, we will honour that price. Again, the exchange rate can change, but we kind of take all that drama out of it. So yeah, the LP products for me, you know, Jesper's always listening. You know, if I've got any ideas, I'll send him some ideas across. He's always trying to improve, and that's all we can ask, is that the products improve. Like they've changed now from the steel racks, from the steel, galvanised steel, powder coated, to aluminium powder coated, which is a lot lighter, and again it's a lot easier to dismantle and move around, so they're lighter racks. Other than that, you know, the pricing, like I said, you know, if you are interested, please email us or mail deals with all the pricing side of things. But the tubs are variable, are pretty affordable. I think an LP5 is about £6 a tub, which is, you know, pretty reasonable for a reptile tub. And then you've got obviously the LP, like the LP70s or the LP40s, are around about £20, £25 a tub.
Okay.
So they're pretty reasonable tubs, you know, and pretty reasonable prices.
And the turnaround in terms of from, let's say, placing the order to actually deliver your product, averaging roughly? Between
4 to 6 weeks. And it sounds a lot, but we order every month. So for example, if you order at the first of the month, then we don't put that order in until the end of the month. So that can be, and then you've got 2 weeks for it to land in the UK. So that can be 6 weeks.
Okay.
But if you're ordering at the end of the month, then it's only 3 weeks. So, you know, so
place your orders toward the end of the month.
Yeah, definitely. We, like I said, we do keep some stuff in stock, but it's very difficult to keep everything in stock because you know, there's that variation. I've actually got a 35 here, 35S.
Okay.
So that's a 35S, as you can see. So, you know, you take out 2 of those and you put one of them in. So again, very versatile racking system.
I like the versatility. I think it's fantastic because, like you say, even though you might be buying them, and we've got 200 babies coming this year, and this is the reason why we've gone for it. But we're going to be selling a lot of those, so it may well be that some of them will sell, and some will have to be then moving up to the garage.
Yeah.
Having that flexibility to move them up to the next size, if it takes maybe a bit longer to sell, means that the snake's comfortable and the facility can accommodate that. So I like the thinking behind it.
Yeah, and that's the good thing about it. Like I said, the versatility and also the space saving. Yeah. There's great rack companies out there in the UK. Wild Racks. You've got JVK, which is a professional rack system.
We know Jay. Yeah.
And there's a few more out there. Herp Exotic. But there's no one else, even in the US, are talking about importing LP stuff as well through Mike Wilbanks.
Oh, right. Okay.
Yeah, so they're looking at the LP stuff will be heading into America. Which
it looks very
again,
strong. It looks like a strong quality. I mean, the quality looks good. Smooth finish.
When Ozzy came here, he was pretty surprised of the rack
quality?
System. Yeah, exactly.
So
and the space.
Do you think it's up there with Freedom Breeder?
I think they're two different racks.
Okay.
I think Freedom Breeder stainless steel. It is a industrial looking rack that we can't take anything away, and it looks great. It's finished great. Yeah. The same as JVK. It's finished. It's a fantastic rack.
Yeah.
But they both have pros and cons.
Yeah.
The LP rack, some people don't like them because of how they look. They prefer the way Freedom Breeder looks, or they prefer the way JVK looks. For me, I think my OCD, I'd love to have Freedom Breeder or JVK. Let's keep it English. We'd love to have UK based, JVK racks. But I'd have to change everything. Yeah. My OCD would kick in. So, but then it's space. So for me, like the LP product, I support, anything. I love all racks, and the fact that we have an option.
Yes.
LP racks. There's alu racks. There's all sorts of racking company, but we have options, and I think that's a good thing for us. In the industry, whether or not you want to work with LP or alu racks or JVK or wild racks or herping, we've got options.
Okay. Well, Gavin, thank you so much for sharing that information. So I want to thank our viewers for joining us on this beautiful experience that Jared and I have had. Gavin and Mel have been wonderful hosts, and I would definitely recommend them to you in terms of visiting their facility when you get the opportunity. I'm sure they'll give you a warm welcome.
Yep.
And thanks again, Gavin. Very much appreciated. I will shake your hand.
There we go.
I missed the last one.
Thank you, Jared. See you again.